Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles Minutes, and this morning's video, or today's video, is The Art of Abundance. It's something I've been wanting to understand in life and cultivate in my personhood. So what is abundance? Abundance means that you're full inside and bubbling over with so much you just can't contain it. It's just an outgrowth of flow. It's true wealth. So what does that mean, and what does that look like? So I'm going to use a biblical phrase or story, and Paul's sitting there in prison, and he writes a letter. I don't know which one it was, and I thought it was a fascinating story. And he says, I know what it's like to have a lot, and I know what it's like to have nothing. I know what it's like to be well fed, and I know what it's like to be hungry. And he said, I learned contentment, the art of being content, which is full. And what does that mean? And most people look at what you have. Here's your house, here's your wife, here's your kids, here's how much money's in your bank account, therefore you're wealthy, you're a rich man. No, you're not. You're poor. Because your worth is not inside, it's outside. See, all these things could be taken away. All it takes is, a car accident and your whole family's in there and everything's gone. See, all your worth is gone. Not saying we shouldn't love our kids and our spouse and not be sad if they're gone, but if your worth or your value or your contentment is based upon external things, you're going to have a rough life. Things come, things go. You will be an emotional roller coaster ride. And then what happens is a fear response kicks in, and you do everything to protect your money or your loved ones from loss. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying it could lead to a state of neurosis and high anxiety that you'll do all kinds of weird things. You'll be overzealous in trying to protect your love, trying to protect your happiness. This is where jealousy comes about. This is where control issues come about. Because we all need love. We all need to feel full and whole. And if it's based upon your income, what happens to that? Disappears. Everything's gone. It's a bad philosophy. So it starts to cultivate this way. Okay, you wake up in the morning and you're thankful for what? For being alive. That's it. You can be thankful for having children and think upon that. But it starts with being thankful for being alive. You really want to frame that architecture, because my kids are getting older. I have a 20-year-old. The context is different. She's not seeing me. I don't see her every day anymore. However, I don't feel less, even though she's not there. She's like a bird. You raise them and you let them fly. She needs to fly. She needs to grow her wings. She needs to live her life. And if it depends upon how the context we're going to create that, and how she's going to create her life, and how we create one together. And then we got to work together. And maybe she wants to be in my life. Maybe she doesn't. It's all, we'll see how it goes. I can play part in that. But what I'm going to is if you can be happy with nothing, then I'm just happy. What reason? I don't have a reason. I'm just happy. If you could be joyful for no reason, then I am joyful. And see, I'm not dependent upon anything for my joy. It's not predicated upon. It's not conditioned upon. I have unconditional happiness. I have contentment. I'm full. Guess what I need from the world? Nothing. See, when you need nothing from the world, you know what the world does? It gives you everything. But when you need stuff from the world, you know what the world does? It takes everything from you. It'll take your life. It'll take your time. It'll take your money. How many people need to feel happy by going to the movies? I need to be entertained. I'm not happy. I need to go out and pay for happiness. Okay. Not saying that going to the movies is a bad thing. However, if your happiness is predicated upon going somewhere, buying something, or doing something, you're poor. I learned that after I split up from my ex, and I had, guess what? Nothing. Nothing. I had nothing. I had nothing. Nothing. I mean, nothing. Nothing. And at first I felt massive loss. Who am I? You know, where all my happiness is gone. My kids aren't here. I don't see them every day anymore. I'll never put my youngest to bed anymore. That's all gone. And it was just driving me insane. Loss, 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 loss. Fear of loss, loss, loss. Wanting it back, wanting it back, wanting it back. Versus just letting it go. So when I decided and let it go and just became happy for being alive, it was like the light went off in me. It was like I didn't need anyone or anything to be happy. Career, nothing. Not to say I don't get enjoyment from what I do. But my happiness is not predicated upon that. I'm a happy person that goes to the purpose or job that I've chosen for myself. But I don't want my happiness to be predicated upon my career, because if my career is up, I'm happy. If my career is down, I'm not happy. And I've lived that roller coaster ride for a lot of my life. You know, a lot of people do. I mean, we're all trained that way. But when you get to the state of you're happy for no reason, you're content, you're just thankful to be here, you stop rushing and you stop hurrying. And what allows you to do is appreciate everything in life. You appreciate yourself, you just appreciate being alive, you appreciate the experiences you did have. You didn't have to have them. I didn't have to have kids. You know, I got 3 great girls, you know. You're thankful that you got to be part of their life or to have that experience. You're thankful for the experience. You're not trying to hold on to the experience. And this is where we get anxiety and depression, you know, just trying to hold on and gosh, I lost this, and I'm afraid of losing something in the future. It just drives you insane. So you just come to the succinctity of just being thankful about being alive today. And when that happens for you, whew, man, you're free. The world is yours. Check out the poem If by Rudyard Kipling. You can read about it online. It basically says no matter what's happening outside, as long as you're happy just being here and being alive, the world's yours, my son. Have a good one. Dr. Wood.